Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, playing some more Scrap Mechanic. Today is going to be a bit of a different episode. It's going to be a town tour, and it's going to be an update on this whole town. And when I say update, it's going to be not like I have something big built update. It's going to be, we're going to talk about the future of the town. I don't really want to do this episode. It's kind of strange for me. Originally, the plan for today's episode was going to be a big mayor's mansion. It was this building here. It's kind of built into these trees, kind of like a modern tree house. And I was a lot further along than this. I had about 80% of it done, and the game crashed on me. And that's not unnormal. I've dealt with the little bug splat screen. I was like, okay, it should be okay. I'll just go right back in, and my progress will still be there. But when I loaded the world in again, it crashed again. And I was like, that's not good. So essentially, I just lost 5 hours of progress. I was about, I would say 80% done with the mansion. So I was like, you know what? Let's just start it up again. I remember what I was doing. I think I can get through it pretty quick. So I started it up again, started building, and it crashed again. So something's happening with the world. I couldn't explain what it is. I want to say maybe we've reached some sort of limit or something. I'm not really 100% sure. I tweeted at Oxalot trying to figure out if there's like a brick limit or a block limit to the game, or kind of what's going on. So I'm not calling this the town final. I really still want to continue this map, but I can't give you guys consistent content on Scrap Mechanic if I'm going to have it crash like this, because I'm going to have to make episodes like what I'm making right now, and I don't like doing that. I like having full, nice builds for you guys, and I know you guys really enjoy this town. So, I don't want to call it the town final. I'm going to do a tour today, try to figure out what's going on. Supposedly, I've been talking about it a little bit. We're going to get a engine update, and maybe that will fix some of the problems here. But, I also need to look to the future. Look to what else am I going to do in Scrap Mechanic. So, I'm going to need some feedback from you guys. I did this, it's probably been about 3 months ago before we started the town. I need to figure out what type of theme I want to do. I need to do another world theme. Something, I'm not really sure what it's going to be. I've been brainstorming. I've got one world going on. This wasn't the vehicle I wanted to take. I figure if we're going to do a town tour, we need to do a tour in, and I can't get out of this vehicle for some reason. There we go. This is the camper, by the way, from the last episode. If I'm going to do a town tour, I might as well do it in the first vehicle for the town. So let's go ahead and close these. This was the Weld Tool update video. I created this nice little truck, and this is where the town really started to grow. But anyways, I'm going to do this little tour, and I'm going to talk about maybe we need to do, or at least start up another theme world. That way I have something to create content for you guys in, just in case something like this happens. I've also created the little, I want to call it Race World. The monster truck episode from Saturday, I think I'm going to continue that. You guys really enjoyed it, and actually it got more views than my campground video that was on a Friday, so that was positive for me. So that world will actually have the MJM mod. I started it with it, and you guys really actually didn't seem to mind me using that. So that world will have that. Now the new world, the one I'm wanting you guys to kind of give me some feedback on, that's going to be up to you. That one can be modless, it can be completely vanilla, or it can have mods in it. It's really up to you guys. The mod pieces just give me a little bit more to work with and make it where I can build some really unique creations. But I do understand if some of you guys don't really want to deal with that, that's completely fine. I just need some feedback. That's why that's what this is all about, besides giving you a neat little tour of the town. So, the Race World will have mods, but the other one, I don't really know yet. But anyways, here we are at our first location. This was the last episode, the campground. You've got some really neat vehicles here. A really nice facility, you got a little rest area. You've got a log cabin, a watchtower. That watchtower is actually the same watchtower that is on the other side of the town. There's the random hearse in there. Don't ask me why I created that. That was just kind of a random creation. I know some of you guys wanted to see a funeral home, and I think that's a little creepy for Scrap Mechanic. That's just I don't really know what to do with that, or how to respond to that. But anyways, there's some vehicles in there. You've got the UTV, the truck and trailer, the camper's over by what was going to be the mayor's house. We go into town this way. Now, I want to say this is the back end of the town. That's where the school is. I started on the other side. But I'm not going to do this in order of episodes because I don't even remember some of the episodes that I did for this. But anyways, let's go ahead and get over here. And what is that? Remember when I was talking about random bugs in the world and something's not quite right? You see the steering wheel that's floating in the air there. That's what I was talking about. I don't know what's going on here. And oh, did it just crash? No, it froze there for a second. Anyways, here's the school. This was about 3 episodes. You can see the locker rooms, the nice football field. This was probably one of my favorite builds. You got the farm mascot. There's a couple classrooms there, and there's a big main facility. I'll drive in front of it. There's a school bus around here somewhere. I did delete a couple of the vehicles from the map just to increase my FPS, but I think it was more the construction vehicles because they are absolute hogs when it comes to FPS. But, oh, there's the bus, by the way. Over here to the right, you've got the pizza restaurant. It actually looks like a Boston's Pizza. It's really nice on the inside. That episode, I believe, is with the fire station episode, which the fire station's on the other side of town. Here's the car wash. This was a really fun build. You can actually drive through it. There's a couple sensors in there that actually set it off and some moving parts. Really pretty fun build. I was really afraid of that one too because Scrap Mechanic doesn't typically like collisions, so I thought maybe it was gonna crash the world, but no, it didn't actually. Alright, this is the bank. This is probably one of my more popular videos. The inside is really detailed. You got a vault in there, there's offices, a nice teller area. You've got the armored truck that went along with this update. That's on the workshop, by the way. All my vehicles are actually on the workshop, so even if you can't run this map, you can still have access to the vehicles. Over here, this is where the town actually began. The repair shop was one of the first, or actually this was the first building that went along with this truck. I just needed a backdrop for the truck and the weld tool. So you've got that. The next episode was the paint shop and the gas station. It's a Mobil 1 gas station and a little paint shop here. Let's see, the Napa store actually came in later. I think the episode after that is the car dealership, which is down there. We'll go to that here in a second. I'm actually going to go down to the junkyard. This junkyard was another popular episode. It did really well. You guys love the tow truck. You'll notice some weird things about this world. I'll show you here in a second. A lot of my vehicles that I have parked here, they move around by themselves. It's almost like there's a ghost or something, but realistically what it is, it's lag. If you watch see if the tow truck does it. No, it doesn't seem to be flexing right now, but the tow truck was probably actually parked in the garage and it's just wandered its way out here. Sometimes you'll see the suspension bounce by itself and the vehicles will move. It's actually really funny. But yeah, that's the tow truck, or in the tow yard. We've got a little bit of debris back there. There's a little house. The car crusher, which actually it moves, but it doesn't crush cars, but it'd be cool if it did. You've got that. Let's go ahead and, whoa, don't want to flip it here. Whip it around here. The Napa Auto Parts store, it's got a really nice interior on it. I don't remember which episode it came in. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I think I built it with something else. I don't think it was his own episode, but not 100% sure. But this is kind of when I started to realize that I really like to build buildings in Scrap Mechanic. I feel like I'm actually decent at doing interiors. At first, I just did nothing but vehicles, but once I started doing stuff like that, I was like, okay, this is something I can definitely do and I could stick with. But anyways, over here to the right, it's a little bit of parking. To the left, this is the car dealership. This episode, I think, was made in May. I think I remember doing it on Memorial Day weekend. That was a fun build. The side actually opens up and you can park vehicles in there, like a showroom. Over to the right here, this is the construction site. Now you notice there's no construction vehicles out there. That's because those things are really laggy, but they are available in the workshop. There's a grader, a steamroller, I think a backhoe, and I believe that's it. Maybe there might be one more. Oh, the mobile crane, which that thing's a beast. That'll drop some FPS in a whirl as soon as you drop it in there. Let's see, here is the police station. Now these two buildings here, they actually look pretty plain. They're my earlier buildings. That's got a jail cell, a little lobby area, and some offices. There's the police Bronco. This one's actually pretty funny. This is the fire station. Now you notice the fire truck's shifted over to the left. I've been talking about the vehicles walking themselves and moving. Like they'll walk and you'll see them actually bounce and walk over and they'll just sidestep to one side. It's really odd looking when it's bad, but it doesn't seem to be doing it right now. But that thing was actually probably parked right in the middle and it's moved over to the side. Now here's something that I love this hospital, but it was one of my first major crashes in this world. Con Gaming is an excellent builder. He built a elevator here, and you notice the elevator is no longer setting there. I lost a part of the interior. I had to revert back to another world recently. The elevator's arm shot out the side and actually shot through the glass and crashed the game, and it kept doing it. That's one of the telltale signs. I was like, all right, this is starting to become a problem here. I need to redo the interior, or at least part of it. Most of it's still okay. I need to redo that, and hopefully if everything goes good and the world becomes stable once again, I'll go back in there and do that again, because that was an awesome build, and I want to thank him for doing that for me. Definitely would have been possible without him. Here is probably, I want to say this is my favorite building. This is the apartment. This video did really well. You can see the left side, you can somewhat see inside of it. It's fully furnished, really cool. There's 2 apartments. You got the left side, they're both 2 stories. The right side I actually left open for you guys. I was like, you know, I think if they would like to go in here, there and furnish it themselves, they can move in. There's some boxes in there, and that's really all that's in that right side apartment. So definitely would be cool, you know, if everything's running good, you can go in there and kind of decorate your own little apartment. Let's see, I think that's it for the buildings in the main part of town. Now we're going to go to the more recent episodes, the airport. Just going to do a real quick, just drive through of it. The only other area, you've got another watchtower up here. It's a little ranger station. I actually had the ranger truck parked over here, but I moved it over to the campground for the last episode. So it's really just a tower and I think like a little park bench and maybe a porta potty. But anyway, let's go over here. This is the more recent episode, and actually there's been a couple cool things that have happened with this airport. A lot of you guys have been saying that iBallistic Squid has actually featured my, he featured my private plane, and somebody told me yesterday he actually featured my biplane too in a newer episode, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, you know. It's really cool seeing somebody with, I think he's got like 3 million subs, feature one of your creations, and that just, it makes me feel good, you know, watching somebody else enjoy that. And that's really what a lot of this is about, you know, it's one of those things where I like to build stuff because you guys enjoy it so much, and that's why it kind of hurts what's happening here. I'm hoping it gets better, I really do, because I do want to continue this world and create some more fantastic stuff for you guys. So anyways, there's the terminal, pretty detailed on the inside. Let's go around to the gate here. There's a lot of vehicles out here. I'll show you, and ooh, got a bit of lag there. You know, the FPS is really not that big of an issue to me. I know I mention it a lot, especially on the YouTube video itself. It doesn't show up that bad, but it's really the crashing is what the issue truly is, because I can't spend, you know, 4 or 5 hours building and then lose it. That drives me insane. That's like, you know, I could have made an episode here and had some really awesome stuff for you guys, but no, I'm sitting here trying to rebuild it. But let's see, here is the private jet, and I have it parked in a really bad position. Got it, you got the fuel truck over there. Let's go ahead and hop out. There's the Cessna, and I don't know, oh, am I stuck here? Get on. He won't jump, there he goes. Okay, there's the private jet, there's the fueling station with the Shell fuel truck. There's the Cessna, and it seems like it's bouncing more than normal. I don't know what it's really doing, it's kind of strange. There's the Red Bull Air Racer, and there's the biplane. That's the biplane that he just, iBallistic Squid just featured like yesterday or the day before. Really cool. That's a fun biplane. It's really stable, really fun to drive or fly. I don't know why I say drive, but yeah, it's really super easy to fly around. If you wanted to start in one of my airplanes, that would be the one you start in to learn the controls. You've got the fire truck, and it's completely sideways too. It should be parked straight forward, but it's found its way to the back. It's actually a really pretty detailed vehicle. It's one of my favorites. You got there's a luggage cart over there, and there's the little tow truck here. And there is I want to call that the Careflight helicopter. It actually should be over at the hospital, but it's not. It's over here. It's just kind of like an item in the background. But yeah, that's about it. That is the tour of the town. Now, like I said, I'm not calling this the final. I'm going to repeat that several times. I'm pretty sure there's still going to be somebody in the comments that'll be like, well, why are you ending this? And I'm not ending it. I really want to do more of it. Just kind of depends on what happens with the game. But that's not saying that I'm not going to still be doing plenty of scrap mechanic builds. I look forward to doing another world. It just kind of depends on what you guys want to see, what that world might be. I also want to continue with the world with the Monster Jam or the monster trucks. I want to do that. That's going to be fun. Might be able to play some multiplayer in that and maybe do some races or a Monster Jam rally or I don't know, something. And then I still look forward to doing plenty more multiplayer challenges like what I did yesterday, the golf challenge. That was a really long video. That was extremely fun. So I look forward to doing that. And I still need to get on those viewer creations too. I have a ton of those and there's some really good ones. I just haven't gotten around to showing them. So I've got plenty to do in Scrap Mechanic. Don't think that this is like the end or something because this is my main series. This is my main game I play on the channel. So I'm going to still play plenty of this. I'm not giving up on the town. So hopefully we'll do some more of that. We'll do some more of the themes. But I really need you guys to comment below and tell me what you want to see and what type of builds. And it can even be individual builds. It can be just like, hey, I want to see this vehicle. I want to see you attempt that. Because I'm not opposed to doing some old school just vehicle builds. I still think that would be pretty fun. And also, like I said, with the mod situation, the race world's gonna have the MJM mod. But the other world that you guys decide on, it's really up to you. I can use it or I can just go straight vanilla. It's gonna be up to you guys for what you want to see there. What I'm pretty sure is gonna pop up for one is the Apocalypse world. And I am definitely open to doing it again. I don't know if it's gonna be on the same map. I could possibly restart it and take some of the things that I've learned recently and implement them into there. So that's a possibility, but you know, you guys might choose something completely different, I don't know. But anyways, that's gonna about wrap it up for today's episode. I do apologize that it's like this. I don't know, it bugs me. It probably doesn't bug you guys. You guys just love watching Scrap Mechanic and probably wanted to see a town tour in the first place. But I really wanted to have something really massive and fantastic for you guys, and I don't know if it's really, this thing right here is going to be worth the time at the moment because I don't feel like losing, and I could constantly back the game up, and oh, got another big freeze there. I could constantly back the game up and then just try to do it piece by piece, but I'm still concerned about what's going to happen beyond that, so I don't know. It all depends on what you guys want to see, but anyways, we should have some more Scrap Mechanic coming up. Got some TerraTech coming up. I've got a couple other games that I'm eyeballing that I want to play on the channel. So I've got plenty of gaming content coming up. I will try to be as consistent as possible for you guys. And a part of that's going to be doing some different Scrap Mechanic things. That way I can get some content out for you. But anyways, hope you enjoyed today's episode. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you.